Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. In our last episode, we left off at a roundabout where US-98 intersects Southeast 18th Terrace, and a big green sign lists both US-98 and US-441 as eastbound, although US-98 is still bannered southbound here, and US-441 is only ever north and south throughout its entire run from Miami to Rocky Top, Tennessee. We've entered Taylor Creek, a census-designated place with a population of 4,457 in the 2024 ACS 5-year data. The community sits along the north side of Lake Okeechobee, south and southeast of the city of Okeechobee, and the roadway quickly shifts into a lake country corridor of palms, canals, RV parks, small businesses, low homes, and roadside signs. Taylor Creek itself has a much older history than the modern highway setting. In the fall of 1855, Seminole leaders met near Taylor Creek as pressure from U.S. authorities increased just before the Third Seminole War broke out. Later settlement in this area is tied to families moving into the Okeechobee frontier in the late 1800s after the Seminole Wars and before Okeechobee County was created. As we continue southeast, we cross the Taylor Creek Drawbridge, a bascule drawbridge carrying US-98 and US-441 over Taylor Creek. This is bridge number 910054 in FDOT records, and it's had rehabilitation work over the years involving structural, mechanical, electrical, and bridge tender systems. The waterway is part of the broader Lake Okeechobee navigation environment, with Taylor Creek connecting toward the lake just beyond this highway corridor. This stretch also gives us another 504 Road Trips callback to US 441. We followed US 441 during the US 192 series between Hollopaw, St. Cloud, and Kissimmee. It crosses or meets the Florida Turnpike at multiple places in Florida, and it also connects back to our travels in the Miami area near I-95. Farther north, US 441 becomes one of the famous roads into the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, where we drove part of it in a miscellaneous series into Gatlinburg. It's a highway that shows up in very different settings, from South Florida urban streets to Central Florida tourist corridors to mountain park scenery, and here it takes us through a quiet lakeside stretch of Okeechobee County. We now enter Upthegrove Beach. Upthegrove, seen in some references as one word and in others as three words. This is an unincorporated Okeechobee County community near the northeastern shore of Lake Okeechobee. It doesn't have its own separate Census Bureau population the way Taylor Creek does, so it's better understood as just a small lakeside community. The name comes from the Upthegrove family, whose Florida branch included several historically connected figures. I never would have guessed that Upthegrove came from a family name. Robert Upthegrove settled in this area around 1912 and later served as one of Okeechobee County's early commissioners. Clarence DeWitt Upthegrove was connected with heavy equipment work around Lake Okeechobee and the Herbert Hoover Dike. The family name also connects to one of South Florida's more colorful outlaw stories through Laura Upthegrove, sometimes called the Queen of the Everglades. Laura became closely associated with John Ashley, the leader of the Ashley Gang, which operated during the 1910s and early 1920s from hideouts in the Everglades and around the Treasure Coast and Lake Okeechobee region. The gang became known for bank robberies, bootlegging, moonshine stills, and hijacking liquor during Prohibition. Laura was more than just a background figure in these stories. Accounts describe her as helping the gang scout banks, warning them when lawmen were closing in, and traveling backwood routes to reach hidden camps. To law enforcement, the Ashley Gang was dangerous and violent, but some poor rural Floridians saw them as folk hero figures because they seemed to be taking on banks, law officers, and wealthy landowners. That reputation ended violently in 1924 when a raid on an Ashley camp led to deaths and injuries, and later that year John Ashley and several gang members were killed by lawmen at the St. Sebastian River Bridge near Roseland. From the road today, Upthegrove Beach looks much quieter with palms, RV parks, manufactured homes, small local businesses, and lake country scenery just north of Lake Okeechobee. We now see a roadside sign reading Begin Daytime Headlight Section. That's a standard but seldom seen type of highway sign used where a road segment has been designated as a safety improvement zone and drivers are being directed to use headlights during the day so vehicles stand out better to each other. I couldn't find a public FDOT explanation that names one specific crash problem for this exact sign, so I wouldn't describe it as a sign marking a particular known danger spot, but the reason for the sign does make sense for this kind of corridor. We're on a 2-lane rural highway with no divided median, a mix of open sunlight and darker tree cover, side access to homes and businesses, utility poles close to the road, and long stretches where oncoming traffic can blend into the background. Headlights help make vehicles easier to see in those changing light conditions, especially with dark pavement, bright sky, and shaded roadside vegetation all competing for attention. Florida already tells drivers to use low-beam headlights in low-visibility conditions like smoke, fog, and heavy rain, and this daytime headlight section adds an extra safety reminder for normal daylight driving through this particular corridor. Visually, the road is becoming less commercial and more open again with palms, scattered homes, roadside fencing, and long views ahead. We cross into Martin County, and almost immediately we see US-98 signed east again. SR700 also appears with an east banner, which stands out because across most of this Florida series, SR700 has usually functioned as a hidden state road designation for US-98 rather than something we actually see on roadside signs. US 441 South remains part of the roadway here, while hidden SR15 gets a sign at this county line as well. We conclude today's video here at mile 601. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment below, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.